It's not the reason why we lost the game. I don't care what anybody else says about that. We should have won that game in other aspects of the entire 4 quarters that we played football. And congrats to the Eagles.
And then he explained that when children reach a certain age, parents encourage them by saying it is time to use the potty. And he swore to Travis that this was exactly how it worked and that he would eventually see it for himself, adding that once kids grow older, they begin to feel slightly embarrassed, so they wander away quietly, disappearing for a short while. And at that point, parents know exactly what they are trying to do, searching for a private corner to handle their business. If anyone had followed the NFL in the past decade, they would have instantly recognized the name Kelce, perhaps Travis, the explosive tight end from the Kansas City Chiefs, or Jason, the dominant center of the Philadelphia Eagles, a likely Hall of Famer. Yet knowing one Kelce felt like knowing them all, as Jason once remarked with both pride and amusement that if you had seen Travis, then you had essentially seen the entire family, and he compared it to having watched all the films in a collection. His tone, equal parts proud older brother.
Everybody is going to be looking at this because of what happened, not just against you guys, but this first week too. Everybody's taking pictures of it.
Jason
they're saying they're in the neutral zone. They're saying they're false starting because they slow it down to 1,000 frames per second.
He was a performer from the very beginning, so his present charisma came as no surprise. That personality transformed both brothers into figures larger than sports, entertainers as much as athletes. Their podcast, New Heights, became an unscripted arena of laughter and spontaneity. The stories shared included karaoke nights where Jason, despite admitting he was no professional singer, got on stage to perform with pure energy and zero planning, simply for the fun of it. Other tales featured NFL stars and music icons, even Justin Timberlake, who, Jason teased, always found a way to dodge performing at the annual karaoke night despite being a singer by trade. Jason joked about Timberlake's uncanny yearly escape, and though the star usually declined, he once asked Jason to join him. Jason, however, admitted he was too drunk that evening and promised he would sober up and either follow Timberlake or open for him the next time around. Such moments defined the Kelce brothers, always ready for a laugh, always surrounded by a crowd of big names, and always capable of turning any situation into a story worth retelling. Beyond the glitz, they also stayed grounded, discussing everyday life such as potty training. Jason said with each additional child the process grew easier because older siblings naturally guided the younger ones, and he described a scene all parents recognized, seeing a toddler sneak away with a telling look on their face, which signaled it was time to intervene and direct them toward the potty. That mix of humor and relatability made listeners feel close to them, even as fame elevated their lives into the celebrity stratosphere. The podcast quickly evolved into more than a family project. It became a cultural force attracting star power. Guests ranged from LeBron James and Caitlin Clark to Eli and Peyton Manning, Adam Sandler, and Taylor Swift, proof of their appeal across sports and entertainment. Then came Jimmy Fallon, whose appearance turned the internet wild. The brothers teased a special New Heights edition on social media, declaring a celebratory eve especially because Fallon would be there, and Fallon, ever the seasoned showman, reacted with giddy excitement, saying how thrilled and honored he felt as a first-time caller and how much he loved the show. Fans online went into overdrive, with comments pouring in about how epic the episode would be, expressing pure joy that Fallon was part of the guest list, and many marveled at the steady parade of celebrities who continued to blend sports and entertainment on the program. Don't miss out. Subscribe now. Of course, no conversation about the Kelces at present could ignore Taylor Swift, as her fans monitored everything. Fallon, being an admitted superfan, had hosted her many times on his Tonight Show, their bond forged through emotional and comedic moments alike. One unforgettable evening occurred when Taylor performed New Year's Day, only days after Fallon's mother passed, singing lyrics about squeezing a hand 3 times in the back of a taxi, which echoed Fallon's memory of his mother's final moments in the hospital. The performance moved the host, the audience, and the crew to tears, with a producer later writing that whatever anyone thought of Taylor, she gave Jimmy a priceless gift on that night, and they would always be thankful. Another memorable event was the notorious banana clip, when Taylor's mother secretly recorded her struggling with a piece of fruit after eye surgery, goggles on and all, and Fallon broadcasted it to the nation, leaving Taylor embarrassed while Fallon enjoyed every second, begging her not to be angry since he had made calls to acquire the footage. Soon speculation swirled again, this time about Travis and Taylor, with whispers of a wedding hint hidden in a New Heights episode through a small statue displayed beside friendship bracelets, interpreted by many as a sign of their commitment or even a secret marriage. On the business side, more rumors spread that Travis and Taylor, with Fallon's help, were exploring the purchase of a private golf course in New York, with another possible location in New Jersey, potentially to be developed into a members-only club featuring a hotel and bar, a possible new empire linking the Kelceys and Swift together. Still, despite all ambitions, reality intervened, as their schedules remained complicated. Selena Gomez announced her engagement to Benny Blanco, with Taylor quickly volunteering as flower girl, but questions arose whether she could attend and whether Travis could make it at all. The Chiefs had a game against the Giants on the same weekend, and insiders reported the team enforced an 11 p.m. curfew the night before, making it nearly impossible for him to travel. Taylor, however, cleared her calendar except for her highly anticipated album release on October 3rd, titled The Life of a Showgirl, which kept her busy preparing for a monumental launch. Fans and commentators alike began referring to Travis, Jason, Fallon, and Swift as an unofficial royal family of American entertainment, a grouping that united the biggest elements of sports, music, and comedy into one cultural powerhouse. They created a universe where surprises were constant and the possibilities endless. People speculated that Travis and Taylor might indeed purchase the golf course and transform it into a paradise for friends, or that Jason would at long last share a karaoke duet with Timberlake, or that Fallon would deliver yet another viral sensation on his show. What remained certain was that as long as the Kelceys were at the center, audiences everywhere would remain tuned in. Their story reached beyond touchdowns or hit songs. It encompassed laughter, emotion, and small personal moments that felt inclusive, drawing everyone into their orbit. As cameras caught glimpses of friendship bracelets glowing under the light inside the Kelce home, viewers were left wondering about the next chapter in what seemed like a modern fairy tale. Would it be another dazzling guest, another viral story, or another life milestone between Travis and Taylor? Whatever shape it took, entertainment was guaranteed. Fans were urged to grab popcorn, keep New Heights queued up, and watch closely, because within this dynamic world of sports heroes, late-night comedy, and global pop stardom, the one certainty was that nobody would ever want to turn away. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Each twist in their journey promised another headline, another burst of laughter, another emotional song, or another shared joke that made audiences feel like part of the inner circle. The tale of the Kelceys, Fallon, and Swift was not just about what happened on the field, on stage, or on screen, but about a blended culture of family, friendship, celebrity, and authenticity. As fans continued to speculate about engagements, golf course deals, and cameo appearances, the overarching sentiment was excitement for what was to come. And when the lights dimmed on another podcast episode or another late-night show, people knew they had witnessed not just entertainment, but also the crafting of modern legend, one story flowing seamlessly into the next, always leaving room for wonder about tomorrow. So people kept following, kept listening, and kept sharing, because they knew that with this group, the narrative was endless, unpredictable, and irresistibly entertaining. Stay tuned. Subscribe today.